Island Park right now, you're already down there. You're at 3 degrees for current temperature. And oh yeah, you're going to get colder than that overnight. 7 over in Driggs, 8 in Jackson. You move into the Snake River Plain, not quite as cold. Reason being, we have what we call a temperature inversion over the top of us. Basically, slightly warmer air creating a lid down on the lower elevations, and underneath that lid is where we're at, where we're getting the moisture, low clouds and fog, and where temperatures don't get quite as cold as they would be otherwise if it was completely clear. Lows overnight will stay in the teens in the Snake River Plain. Island Park, there you go. That's where you'll end up tonight for your low, -4. 1 below over in Stanley. We have single digits for a good portion of the Central Mountains. Salmon, you're at 6. Arco, you're at 7, so it's not too much warmer. So for Idaho Falls tonight, 11 is what we're expecting. Freezing fog out there tonight. Light breeze. And with that freezing fog, it has a tendency of making the roads a little bit icy, so something to be mindful of. For Pocatello, freezing fog for some. It won't be as widespread as I think it was last night this morning, but it'll be out there, especially on the west side of town. 12 is what we're expecting. Another night way below average. Tomorrow we'll try to hit 30. We'll see a partly sunny sky, so there's some sunshine in our forecast. Might have to wait for it like we did today, but eventually it will arrive, the blue sky, hazy blue at least, with a light breeze, and that's one of the biggest problems with the inversion. We don't get any wind. If we had a lot of wind, we wouldn't have an inversion. You have the layers of atmosphere mixing up when you have wind. When there's no wind at all, just one layer traps the other layer, and the cold air and haze continues. Partly sunny at Idaho Falls with a high of 27 tomorrow. Sunshine galore, especially the farther west you go in the Central Mountains. We'll call it mostly sunny there. Stanley up to 31. Anyone above freezing? Looks like Malad City. You'll get up to 34 degrees and even warmer over in the Magic Valley, almost 40. Over in Twin Falls, their inversion not nearly as strong, and it gets even warmer once you get into Boise, but they've been under an air stagnation advisory. Their inversion certainly holding on. Hazy, kind of gunky air over the Treasure Valley, which is more typical for January and February than it is for November. And Seattle, a beautiful day with a high of 50, some snow on the map. That cold Canadian air filtering in down from the north, and that means cold and snowy for both Great Falls and Billings. 1 to 3 inches expected in those two cities out of that realm. Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast. We got a cold front coming in from the same direction. Thursday it'll throw some extra clouds our way. That's all we're really going to see. But then it will be even colder on Friday with high temperatures, lower 20s. Friday morning Idaho Falls, 2 below 0. I think this front may be enough to weaken that inversion, so skies will be a little clear, less haze. We got the goose egg Friday morning. Then we see a little bit of a warm-up this weekend, finally above freezing next week. That'll be something to have a party about. Teton area 7-day forecast. There's a chance of snow on Thursday from that same front. It's going to throw some clouds over the Snake River Plain. Central Mountains, we may see snow from that same system on Thursday as well, but look how much colder it gets at night. Starting Thursday night, Friday morning in its wake. Temperatures both nights 5 below 0, and then there's a warming trend. Much needed,